大家好，欢迎收看我们的健康是福。据世界卫生组织统计，全球有1/4的人口患有贫血，特别是学龄前儿童和妇女罹患贫血的比例最高。这一期我们就有请医学专家和我们谈一谈神奇食物小球藻如何帮助改善贫血。
To me, toxicants are things that are chemicals that aren't naturally occurring, that the manufacturers put in our soap and our cleaning products, and also in the big factories when they're manufacturing things, they use a lot of toxic chemicals. So in our country, we have at least 80,000 chemicals that are used. So I tell my patients that the toxic chemicals in our environment affect us from head to toe. Some of the areas that are really concerning are the endocrine system, so that's our hormones, so the thyroid hormone, the male and female sex hormones, even causing things like early puberty in children. It also has links to even cancers, reproductive organ cancers in adult men and women. So toxicants or toxic chemicals are very serious. They also are related to the brain, the nervous system, including having suggested causal effects of that toxins can cause or lead to Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's disease. So toxic chemicals and toxicants can really affect our nervous system in a bad and dangerous way. So I definitely tell my patients doing things like eating organically can help, washing your fruits and vegetables can help, and then choosing which products you want to use for your cleaning in your home or to bathe with. That's also a good way to avoid toxicants. With detoxing with a product like sun chlorella is really great, and it speeds up the process. In addition, when they're taking something like sun chlorella, they're getting a lot of extra nutrients, so they're building up their whole constitution by taking sun chlorella. Anemia is something I see in my practice a lot. So anemia basically means that there's not enough red blood cells to carry oxygen throughout the body. So if you just think about it, if you don't have oxygen throughout your body, you're going to be tired, fatigued, you're not going to be able to get through your day, you're not going to be able to exercise, and you need oxygen. So why do women have more anemia than men? Well, women have monthly menstrual cycles, so they're always kind of on a deficit. So for women, they have to be, again, ahead of the curve with getting iron, folate, and B12, because those are some of the bare minimum nutrients we need to make our red blood cells. So again, people think of iron. Well, iron's important, but so are B12 and folate. And men, because they don't menstruate, they don't have monthly cycles, they usually can hold on to their iron and their B12, their iron better, but their B12 and folate, those they need to also replace, daily with their diet. So people think, iron, I need to eat meat. Well, no, B12 does come only from animal products and sun chlorella. Folate is green leafy vegetables and sun chlorella. And iron, definitely, the green leafy vegetables also have iron, and sun chlorella is another excellent source of iron. So if you get enough B12, enough folate, enough iron, at least you're going to stay ahead of the curve to not become anemic. If you think of the athletes who are training to cycle and do these, high aerobic competitions, they'll go train in high elevations, because in high elevations, the body gets tricked into making more red blood cells. So they train and they get these higher amount of red blood cells, so they can excel in sports like cycling and running. So the opposite, if you think your body doesn't have enough red blood cells, you're not going to even be in the Olympics. You're going to be in bed. You're going to have no energy. Lethargic is a great term to explain it. Definitely doing physical things, you're not going to have energy, but you're not going to have mental energy too to get through your day and to deal with stress as well. anemia for a younger, healthier person, they can kind of compensate. But if you get someone who has any other problems like kidney disease, or a lot of people in the United States get heart attacks or get heart blockage and have to get, procedures to prevent a heart attack, those people, they really need to have their blood pumping, have it full of oxygen, have enough B12, folate, and iron to make all the red blood cells, because if they get a deficit, they can end up with something catastrophic, like a heart attack or angina or a stroke. So you really, need your whole life to not become anemic. In older people, sun chlorella can be really helpful, because even if they have a heart arrhythmia, it means their heart might not always beat exactly correctly, and in those moments, they're slowing down how much oxygen they're getting to their brain, to the heart, to their whole body. So if you supplement, at least you're not anemic as well. If you're anemic and you have an arrhythmia, you're anemic and you have blockages in your heart, you're really behind the 8 ball. You're really setting yourself up for something catastrophic. Anemia definitely affects children in more ways, because children are growing. So they're growing, their brain is growing, they're expected to learn in school, they're expected to play sports. If they have anemia, they really are going to be at a deficit. They're going to be not able to do all those things as well as a child who doesn't have anemia, who's has all good nutrients. Kids who are picky eaters also are the ones who are going to tend to have a problem. So if you have a child who's just a really picky eater and all he's going to eat is macaroni and cheese and no vegetables and no fruit, again, where is he getting his B12? Where is he getting his folate? Where is he getting his iron? So if kids will appreciate the taste of sun chlorella, that's a great option for them. I definitely have a lot of families who are vegans, and they start from a very early age offering their kids sun chlorella. And those are the kids definitely for sure who will eat it and enjoy it and continue to take it. So you really don't want your child to have anemia. That would just be, he won't be able to learn, he won't be able to grow, he won't be able to study well in school, and he won't be able to play sports with the other kids. In Japan, they do a lot of studies with sun chlorella because it's very popular there. It's where sun chlorella originated. So they've done some interesting studies where women who were pregnant, that, again, one group, I don't think they gave placebo. I think they said, just do whatever you want. And then to the active group, they gave, the full serving of sun chlorella, the 3 servings a day. And that group, they monitored their labs and they were statistically significantly better. So the group of pregnant women that took sun chlorella, their labs for anemia, even for some of the other, for low iron, for measuring the actual nutrient levels, they were better. So they did not show as much anemia in a statistic way, and their levels of iron and B12 were better than the group that just was doing whatever they wanted to do, the control group. I had a patient recently who wasn't planning to get pregnant, and she was in her 30s, but she loved sun chlorella anyway, so she'd come in every month and just buy it from my office. And she got pregnant, and I was like, keep taking your sun chlorella. And she had a great pregnancy. She just delivered with another physician who's her OB, but she had a great pregnancy. She felt good. She had good energy. She's somebody who likes surfing in the ocean. She was able to keep up most of her activities, to a safety level, per her OB's guidance. There were interesting studies looking at the cord blood from women, for the babies, but from the women who took the sun chlorella and the ones who didn't. In the group that took the sun chlorella, their babies had way fewer toxins in the cord blood, and also they measured in the woman's breast milk. When she had taken sun chlorella during pregnancy and took it in an ongoing way, the breast milk was pure and just had less chemicals in it. So that chlorophyll and the fiber in the sun chlorella is a really potent detoxifier and cleanser for everybody's body.
如果您或您的家人患有贫血，您不妨在日常食物中添加一些小球藻。下面我们就带您去小球藻厨房看一看小球藻沙拉是怎么做的。